Alright, possibly live. Stream number 2 of engine removal. Yes, live. I'm not as set up as I should be. I didn't even turn on the camera switcher. What am I doing? I spent too much time trying to find different music so I wouldn't be watching YouTube ads in the middle of the stream like yesterday. There we go. And everything is good. Perfect. So I made some progress since yesterday. I'll set up my camera. But I got the nuts off that were stuck last night, and also I took the CV axles out, and what else did I do? I did something else. Oh, the transmission has no fluid in it now. All things that needed to happen. Hello, A17 bird. Oh. Why can't I use my camera? There we go. Alright. Let's go to the pile. I'll show you everything I took off. So, I've organized this a little bit from last night. So this is everything that's currently off of the car, the fuel rail, the CV axles, various other things, and the air intake. So this is what it looks like right now. And new from yesterday, I've also gotten the electrical that was wrapped around the back is all freed up, which means all of this is no longer in the way of anything. Hi MJ. Hi Derek. 2928. W background music. We have new background music because I kept having problems with it yesterday. So now we have Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Hopefully, it's better this time. But yeah, today, the engine's actually going to be out of the car today. That's the plan. That was the plan yesterday, but now it's the real plan today. And I think it'll actually happen today. I guess we start doing that now. I think it should just be the actual engine mounts. Everything else is gone already. Let me set up the camera and we'll get started. And by set up the camera, I mean put my phone into this phone mount. Yes. What else did I take off here? Oh, the shifter linkages and clutch cylinder. So right here is where the clutch cylinder used to mount. This is what it pushes on. All of that I just kind of, it's all attached to this bracket. I just kind of lifted it up above the engine, and hopefully that's good enough. And the engine can go down and this can just all stay up here. That's the plan, at least. I started streaming slightly earlier today. I think I've usually been like 6:37. We're almost at 6 right now. I guess it's almost 6:20. Let's lift this up though. Difficult without lift, so you should do okay here. I had to do without one. Very sketchy. Yeah, it's... especially on this kind of car, it's a lot easier to drop the engine down than to lift it up. And the lift makes that way, way easier. Alright, I'm gonna raise the car up, and we can start looking at engine mounts, and then I have a cart. So the plan is to drop the engine onto this tire, and it's on a cart so that I can roll it around. But for now, let's lift. How tough were the wheel nuts? They weren't that bad. And hi, John. I literally just had to... They soaked with that stuff on them overnight, and then I literally just left the rattle gun on there a little bit longer, and they came off. Let's lift. Let's get those gains. We're not gaining anything from this lifting. Get the 4 AGE. Engine mounts, where are they? This is what we're looking for. So, this is an obvious one. There's one right here. There's one right there. That's number 2. Oh, my phone's rotating. And then I'm assuming there must be something over here. Yeah, there's one up there. So that'll come out from the top. Oh, there's one right here too. I guess this is attached in 4 different places. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Tercel only had 3, so this is one more we have to deal with. Yes, good to hear. Yes, it is good to hear. These are... Oh, I also organized this. This is everything I had to take off so far. So each side is, like all of this, that's the CV axle nuts. Everything from this side is all from over here. So that was here. All of this stuff is like the lug nuts and the nuts from the spacers for this side. And then everything over here is from the opposite side of the car. And this random stuff is like, that was holding the exhaust on. So everything is organized. And the other parts I already showed you are all organized. I probably should have taken the top engine mount out first. I'm gonna have to lower the car again, but I'm gonna have to do that anyway. Let's just start taking bolts out. I say, let's start with this one. Why not start with this one? We will find something to put on there. Let me know if the music is like too loud or too quiet. It doesn't play at the same volume for me as it does for you guys. Well, because I have no way of hearing my own microphone, so I don't know how it is in relation to the microphone, I should say. Okay, that spins. I need a 17mm wrench. This one. Okay. That came out very easily. Like, there was no weight on that mount at all. Interesting. This, usually it's, not, you can't just pull this out of here. There's no weight being held up by this engine mount at all. That's interesting. I guess all the weight's on the other ones? Sounds really good? Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. The screen was glitching. What do you mean the screen was glitching? I'm 53 years old. I wish everybody that drags your generation would watch this. Like, you want to see younger people working on vehicles? That would be cool. I mean, they exist. Side ones carry most of the weight. Yeah, the ones on the sides. So you're saying the one right here should also not have much weight on it then. This is on the back. It just did it. It glitched for like a millisecond. Can someone else tell me if that's a real problem or if it's just them? Oh, it is a real problem. Oh. I see. I trust John. Why do I have real problems? That's not good. Because when I look at my side, it says we have no problems. It says everything is perfect. So I don't know what's up with that. Actually, wait, tell me this. Did it look like this? Is it what happens when I rotate the phone? Is that the problem? Because I can rotation lock the phone. Maybe that was what you're talking about. I think I just accidentally started screen recording. Okay, rotation lock. That doesn't work. It only locks to portrait. That's not gonna work. It has to be unlocked. I guess that is something we'll have to deal with. Mount number 2. Time to remove the accelerometer. The cable for the speedometer is removed already, if that's what you're talking about. Or I don't know what you're talking about, possibly. Or maybe that was a joke. Mount number 2. Oh, that's not a nut. Yeah, there wasn't weight on that one either, but it was stabilizing it. It's loose, more loose now. Let me get this. The whole engine and transmission can wiggle back and forth now. I guess it's time to lower it again. This stream's gonna be over in 10 minutes. This is going too smoothly. How are you gonna go about getting the engine out? Drop it out the bottom? Yes, fancy as a pro, the plan is to drop the engine out of the bottom. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way on this kind of car because, I'll show you why. Look at how much space is down here. Like, everything's open down here. If you look at the top, it's a tiny little hood sandwiched between the passenger compartment, tiny little hood here, and then the trunk is behind it. So a lot easier to get out the bottom. Hopefully. I haven't taken it out yet, I guess. Pi-hole don't block those on mobile, I guess. I don't know what you're talking about. I legit just got an ad without leaving the stream. Just the audio of the ad. I'm confused. I do rear mount next. Okay. Just making sure that this is actually gonna keep playing music I'm allowed to play. Because the first time I streamed, it started playing music I wasn't allowed to play. And that was a problem. I think it should be fine though. I think we need to lower it. Let's lower it and get the cart ready. Here it is. The engine will go on this. That's the plan. Let's lower this thing down. At least a little bit. Alright, it's getting close. We'll try that. Probably just camera issue? Possibly. I'd rather be more active in chat, but I'm stuck playing Peak for a little bit. I've heard of Peak. One of my friends has played that. What is it about? I don't know. Peak is that's like a multiplayer game, isn't it? Yeah. Co-op climbing game. That does sound fun. Like rock climbing. You have to climb a mountain. So it's like a multiplayer version of this game. But obviously not with a bird. A little bit different. Yeah, okay. That does sound fun. I should find someone to play that with. Let's look at the top side of Engine. There is top side of Engine. And there's something holding it up on this side, over here. Alright, I'd have to assume so at least. There's a bolt right there. I'm gonna temporarily... I don't know what the best way to go about this is. To lower this a tiny bit more. You know, it might actually still be easier to get these from the bottom. Like, that's pretty far down there. Let's check the other side. I'm thinking over here. This bolt, that's definitely going to be easier to get from this side than the bottom. Probably. Actually, no, that goes in from the other side. Hold on. Hold on. Are we randomly ripping apart wires yet? No. All of the electrical plugs are all properly disconnected. I did somewhat randomly... Here, this is what I randomly ripped apart. These vacuum lines go from everything to everything. Half of them were just like plugged. I don't know what's going on here. We just tore this out. I didn't break anything, but I did not pay attention to where any of this was. The plan, the hope is that with the other computer it doesn't matter. How dare you know where anything came from? I do have to put the engine back into the car at some point, OG binary god. Alright, let me look at the bottom of this thing again. That's where the actual bolt is. For that engine mount. On this side, where is it over here? That's way up there. That bolt. You know what? I might be laying on the floor to do this because I'm not gonna lie, it does seem like it's easier to get to that stuff from the bottom. You can always learn about these things then when it makes sense. Making something means understanding it. Taking it apart means to rip it to shreds. By the most violent means necessary. Don't think that's necessarily true. Wait, what are you trying to say? Can always learn what these things mean when it makes sense. Yes, I'm trying to learn what these things mean. I'm not ripping it apart violently. Thanks to you, I started my own home lab, used a Dell Optiplex 790, runs off 2 hard drives, and runs all my services. That's very cool. Alright. Alright, buddy. Where's my ratchet? You know, I'm gonna get this thing. See, I don't want to have the car up in the air at this point because the only thing holding the engine in is the 2 bolts that I'm about to take out. So I kind of need it to be at the level of the car. So I'm gonna be rolling around on the floor and I'm gonna try and get those bolts out. That one right there. That bolt needs to come out. Why is there fluids dripping onto my head? I don't like that one bit. That's not good. I'm completely on my back on the floor. I wonder if this is the right size for this. I think that's a no. Let's try just the socket. Okay, yeah, that's not the right size at all. Let me get a different socket. Home lab YouTubers are the best. I've been trying to find more YouTubers that do that type of stuff, especially Proxmox. It is cool stuff. Who, someone I've watched a lot does it. I can't think of their name right now. I'm up to putting my 4AG engine back into my car, same engine as yours, but I've got an A92 Corolla. So if you have any questions about the engine, etc., just ask. I might need your input after this thing's out and we're rebuilding it. I wish I could do my own videos, but I don't really have the motivation for it or the computers for it too. Getting the computers will be easier than getting the motivation. Oh, I'm looking for a socket. So if it's bigger than a 17, it's probably a 19, right? He needs help randomly shredding and cutting wires and other things. I don't, man. The wires are fine. We can stop talking about the wires. Okay, I'm back underneath. Hello. Is this the correct socket? No. Is this the correct socket? Yes. Maybe. I think it is. This is on reverse. Oh, I dropped the socket on myself. We're gonna put that on the gun before we put it up there. I have no idea if you can see any of this. It doesn't really matter, I'm just taking a bolt out. Okay. I got the nut off. That's what I wanted. Let's look at the other side now. That's nice. Dual server is awesome. My server is just next to my door, sitting on the ground with no special racks. Yeah. My storage server from some of my videos is just in a regular computer tower and it sits on the floor. I've never had a server rack. I have one piece of rack mount server equipment and it's never been in a rack as long as I've owned it. How dare you violate IE standards? Yeah. All right, we have removed 2 important bolts, 1 nut off of the other important bolt. There's 1 more intact that needs to be removed. And I think we're gonna find it over here. Maybe this is easier from the top. I don't know. Can't get a good look at this thing. Where is it? You know, I can see it right there. That is the correct size. I can't put it onto the gun. There we go. This is on a terrible angle. I cannot get in there. Oh, there we go. Just had to move the entire wiring harness out of the way. And several other things. And it probably would also help if I had the correct size socket, because it's not this one. Let me find the right one. I haven't subbed before because I've had my doubts, but I believe in you now. Subbed. Cool. OSX, man. Picked up quantity 3, ASRock, Epic. You picked up a 3-pack of AMD Epic servers, computers. It's pretty sweet. Alright. It was smaller than 19 mil, so we're back to 17 mil. It's gotta be this one. Yes. Okay. That's the last nut. It fell somewhere. I should probably find it. You know what? I think it's on the ground. Pretty sure it's on the ground. Now this is the tricky part. I need to actually get it to come out of the mounts. Sorry, I'm just reading what you guys are talking about. Your server runs on 3 lonely 2 GB 6 of RAM. The most RAM I've ever had in a server... Okay, that's not true. The storage server I have is 16 gigs of RAM. The rack mount server has 96 gigabytes of RAM, but I've never actually used it for server stuff. And all of that's DDR3. Okay, this needs to be in position. Where do we want this so that the engine lands on it properly? I mean, probably about right there, I'm thinking. That's gonna catch the transmission. But the engine, the actual oil pan's way out here. I don't know. Let's get a better look at this. This is the engine, that's the transmission over there. We need both of these to be supported by this metal cart. Huh. I guess I'll need to have this coming in sideways. And I'll have the tire under the oil pan, and the transmission can just sit on the metal, I guess. Alright, let's rearrange everything then. These days, RAM and storage are like ribeye steaks and a fond memory. Yeah, pretty much. So, I think we want the cart over there, like that way. And then the engine will actually be supported by it. I'm probably also gonna have to move this table. Something like that. Hopefully. So now the engine will go down into the tire, and then the transmission will sit over there. Hopefully, that's the plan. And then this is another problem, is this needs to clear this. So everything needs to move over. Like that. Let's go down a little bit. We hit something. Oh. We hit this. What else did we hit? Did we hit something? What is happening? Oh, we hit the lift. That's what it is. It's locked. Okay, hopefully we're below the lock now. We're definitely on stuff now. I think things are pretty much sitting where I want them. Everyone's talking about RAM prices. Yeah, they're not ideal. It's not good. So the nut is off of the bolts. The nuts are off of the bolts, but the actual bolts need to come out now. I guess I'll try and pry them out. I'm gonna turn the air compressor off. I can hear again. Do you have a closet full of black t-shirts and black shorts? And yeah. I have, I think, 6 t-shirts that look exactly like this and 3 pairs of these shorts. So yes, I have a closet full of black t-shirts and black shorts. I have 2 hats. This one, and this one's for car stuff. The other hat was for the tech stuff because I get oil on this one. But yeah, it's like a cartoon character closet. Okay, there's a bolt over here. I'm gonna need a light. Let me get that headlamp, maybe. I can't see anything down there. Getting some serious Steve Jobs energy here. I haven't heard that one yet. I don't know who uses those YouTube emojis. I don't know why they don't render properly. How do I point to them? Like this? I don't know why they don't render within Streamlabs. Let me find a light. Here's the setup. It's moving. Try to show you this. I'm hitting it through the mount. Anyway, that's as far as it's gonna move there. But that right there is the bolt. That was a major shift. The whole engine just fell down. So I guess the bolt's fallen out of that side of the mount now, and it's only being held up by this side. And I'm not gonna be able to pull this through now because the whole thing's in there and on an angle now. Unless I could lift that side of the engine up. Which I might have to figure out a way to do that. Actually, there's a hook back there. Right there. Let's see if we can move the other side. So on this side, we're looking at that bolt. Just whack it with a large hammer. That's what we're working on. I can't see. This car is too high up. There. That one is gone. I mean, part way gone. It needs to be pushed the rest of the way through. I just fell off the thing I was standing on. Can I pull it the rest of the way out? Can't even see it. It's down here. I'm aware that you guys can't see anything right now. I can't see anything either. I'm just trying to feel where this bolt is. Okay, maybe we'll look at it from the bottom. My dad would have gotten the engine out in 3 hours max or 4. Even with streaming, I barely did anything while we were streaming last night. You know, I just talked instead of actually working on stuff. We put in 3 hours last night, and we're only 31 minutes into this stream. Plus, I probably spent a few hours earlier this morning on it. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a little bit longer. That bolt is down here somewhere. Right here. Okay, it's shifted around a bit. That's pretty much all the way out. It is trying to lean over. We're definitely gonna have to lift up the backside a little bit. Oh, I just laid down in this. Why is that there? I got it on my back. Oh, that really sucks. I'm gonna have one less black shirt now out of the 6. You have a little bit of weight off the bolts, right? Yes. So a lot of the weight is currently sitting on the metal cart down there. I'll try to get a little bit more off of it. Yeah, that's as far down as I can go without running into stuff. Okay, let's take a look at this side again. Oh, wait, hold up. This bolt's moving freely now. Look at this. Okay, it was moving freely. I pulled it out another solid, like, inch, I want to say. And now it doesn't move anymore. If I could lift, I need to lift up the backside, I think. Let me crawl under there and see if I can make any progress. I'll be back shortly. Ooh, I dropped my camera. I think I can get this one out. Stuff like this is where it's nice to have a helper. Yeah. And a cameraman. Okay, not that you guys can see it, but we've made about another inch worth of progress on this bolt. I think it's gonna be worth it at this point to try and get a little bit of weight off the back or off the front, whatever. You guys are talking about Claude code. I'm gonna find the engine hoist. So this thing, as soon as I get it wheeled out there, will hook onto that hook and pull the side with the weight on it up so that I can slide the bolts out. It does need to be slightly set up. Which just involves lowering these down. Number one. And number two. Take the pin out. And now I have to get the pin back in. There. Success. Wait, you had an engine crane this entire time? Yes, it's been sitting behind the car. Do you think I should have brought it out earlier? Is that what you're saying? Is this one of the ones that you can do this? No. Oh, maybe it went up a little bit. The one my friend has, you can just lift it like that and it'll stay up there. We'll lift it manually though. That's probably getting close. Now the tricky thing is I need to get this past everything that is also touching the ground. Like the cart also has wheels on it, and these need to not hit those wheels. So I'm gonna try to put it in over here. Probably. I didn't just run into my own spoiler. You didn't see that. You did not see that at all. We need to be way farther left than this. That's not gonna work. Not even slightly gonna work. We need something to break. I want to watch the stream longer. No, we're not trying to recreate Tercel drum brake stream where I immediately exploded the bearing on the ground. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to have a smooth engine removal operation. I need to move the entire thing to the left. On the other side of this left tire. Try over here. That's as far as it can go, huh? Is that enough? Whose idea was it to put the engine in the middle of the car? Who thought of that? I think we might have enough room. We totally have enough room. Need to lower it a tiny bit more. Okay, needs to go up now. Also, this is on the 1 ton setting. I'd get more reach out of it if I put on the 1/2 ton. You know what? We're gonna have to do that. Let's just do it now. So lift this up a bit again. We need to move this. Hello, melter of snowflakes. You're back from yesterday. All right. Now we go up. Hi, Robert. Hi, Bob. Knacknut, hello. Survive Thursday. What day is it today? Do I even know? Today is Thursday. I guess I've survived until 7 p.m. Or did you survive Thursday? What did you do? That has not gone well. That slipped off of that hook immediately. But why? I guess we'll hook it on the other side. I would really hate to break that back glass. That would suck. Okay, the engine is not really going up. Not at all. I was hoping it would lift up slightly. It is not. Friday, 4 a.m. here? Yeah, it's still Thursday where I'm at. Let me check on those bolts and see if I can get them out. The goal was that by lifting that side, it'd be taking some of the weight off this bolt and that it would just come out freely now. You know what? It might actually. It's not completely free, but it's turning. Oh, there it is. Mount number 3. 3 of the 4 engine mounts are gone. We got 1 left. We're making progress. Taking the weight off of it worked. Yes, melter of snowflake success. 3 out of 4. Let's get the last one. At least the back glass is flat. It's probably not hard to get a glass piece made. Possibly. I would rather not have to deal with it though. So no gloves tonight? I'll put them on. I should have them on, but I don't remember to put them on. And then I have to take them off to use the iPad. It's annoying. But yes, I should be wearing them. I don't want to hurt my hands. Okay, other bolt. There's a bolt over here. This is the last bolt. That one right there. How do I get that out? Let me look at it from the bottom. You guys are gonna keep watching from the top, but I'm gonna take a look down here. Oh yeah, it's coming out. There it is. That's engine mount number 4. There's nothing physically attaching the stuff together now. Hopefully we can lift it up a little bit and the engine stays on the ground. Okay, first things first. Let's back up. This is the current situation. The engine's being held up by 2 things right now. The metal cart underneath it and the arm right here. I'm gonna first take the weight off of this and we can get this out of the way. And then hopefully, because all of the bolts are out of the engine mounts, the car will go up on the car lift and the engine will stay on the metal cart. So we will start by releasing this. And the engine is falling. Okay, the engine is crushing things. What sounds am I hearing? I'm not quite sure what sounds I was hearing, but they didn't sound very good. We will lower it more. You need a cameraman? I've been saying that for a while. Okay. Gone. This thing can go. That's step one. Now we lift a little bit. Is it just gonna slide out of the engine mounts, or does it need to be... I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Well, it kind of fell over a little bit. Here's what it looks like when I lift. So the engine is not going up with the car, which is what we want. That's a good thing. It is, however, touching things in various places. And I'd say that is a bad thing. We don't want that. Should just slide out of mount brackets. That would be very nice. On the Tercel, you kind of had to lift it over one of them. It looks like these ones, it should just slide right out the bottom. Let's keep going. I think the engine needs to go that way a bit because it's the intake over here is right up against the trunk. Can I move this? No, not really. So I need to get all of this to move over, and it doesn't want to. The other thing is, this is so high up now. I have to stand on something to get up here, and that thing I'm standing on has wheels on it. What's the strategy here? The whole engine needs to go that way. If I push this, does that help? No. Oh, that helped. That helped a lot. I just kind of kicked it and that helped a lot. It's still touching that back wall. Actually, you know what? The whole thing needs to go that way too, because this mount is above something. So it needs to go in a diagonal in that direction. Man, you take your risks. Marrying and separating both tricky. Push cart forward a bit. Yes. You need to push it forward and a little bit to the right. I never had a hoist, so engines had to go at the top, yeah. Okay, push forward and to the right. It does not want to move, not even a little bit. Why not? Oh, that's not good. I'm breaking things. Okay. How do we proceed from here? I feel like this stuff is still kind of in the way. Maybe that's okay. That engine mount down there is completely out. It's completely free of that one. Yeah, it's not going down anymore. What's the strategy? Because the only way it's gonna get out of this mount is if the engine goes that way. But it can't go that way because it won't move this way because of that engine mount right there. What if I farther take that mount apart? That could work. But the mount there, that one it's completely out of, and the other one there it's kind of out of. Yeah, no, it's fully out of this one as well. Remove 2 bolts, 1 nut. What are we talking about? What's the plan once it's out? Full rebuild? Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna see what it looks like and hopefully do a full rebuild. Could you get the inlet manifold off? Probably. I would like to leave it on. I would like to leave it on. I probably could take it off if I had to. It's these bolts here. Let's take a look at that engine mount at the back. Or I guess it's the front, I should say. This one. I'm not really gonna be able to do anything to that, I don't think. There's the other one. Oh, you know what? I could take these out. That could be useful if I took those off. All right, let's do that. I think if I take that one out, I can slide it to the other side and we should be good. I will just quickly see what size of socket is needed for that. Well, it's smaller than the one I've got. No, you're already unhooked from that one? I know I'm unhooked from it, but it's preventing it from going that way. And it needs to clear on this side. Do you have a manual? I do have a manual. I have not looked at it yet. All right, bolts are out of that part. I think that's gonna make a big difference. So I just pulled out this piece right here. Now hopefully we're back to where you guys will actually be able to see. Oh, no, that was totally a good call. The whole thing is like loose now. It's not touching anything. You see how it moves? All right, let's go up a bit. Oh, that's good progress. The body of the car is going up and the engine is not. All right, we just pulled on something that I feel like we shouldn't have. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at that. Oh, there's fluids. Fluids are raining down everywhere. I thought we were hitting these brake lines, but seems okay. I don't see any problems. Oh, the camera's gone. My phone opens Siri. There we go. This is possibly a problem. Can this please stay up here? Oh yeah, we're crushing the clutch line. The hydraulic line for the clutch is being crushed. All right, let's go a little bit more. What just happened? We're hitting something else now. But this is out of the way. That's not a problem anymore. Oh, it's raining. So much coolant just came out. Okay. We'll have to clean that up. What are we hitting? Oh, alternator is hitting this, which is not really a big problem. This hose is still attached. No, it's not. Okay. That's not a problem. Alternator's not a problem. It looks pretty good now? Yes. It looks very good now. Almost free? Yes, almost. We literally just need to go up more and I think we're good. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna put this camera up here. We're gonna go up a little bit more. I think it's looking pretty good. One thing I want to be cautious of is that it doesn't fall over after it's free from the car, because as soon as it's not touching this, the whole thing could just fall over off the side of the metal cart. I do not want that to happen. This is not bad though. This is really good progress. To give you a reference for how much lower it is now, it's right there. YouTube.com. Look at what we've done. Look at what we've done. That engine, I'd say that's officially out of the car. I'm pretty pleased with that. Thank you, Zach Looking 3656. Thank you, OmniSilo. Thank you, Tester239. Thank you, Derek. Can the trends clear them out? Yes, it did. Thanks, Bob No Fun. Thanks, John. We did it. The engine's out. Should we take a look at it now? Let's move it. I really also need to make sure it doesn't fall over. That would be bad. And we have lost a fairly significant amount of fluids out of it. And they're now on the floor. Oh, that's not gonna fall over at all. I think it's fine. So here's the engine. It is quite different than the Tercel engine. Like, it's more different than I thought it was going to be, considering, you know, the Tercel's a 1.5 liter Toyota 16 valve. This is a 1.6 liter Toyota 16 valve, but they're pretty different actually. Apparently this alternator is somewhat new. That's what the previous owner told me. Look at the starter motor location. I find this crazy. The starter motor is completely surrounded by the exhaust manifold. That is the starter motor in there. This completely wraps around it. The Tercel is not like that at all. The exhaust is all out in the open on that car. I'm thinking this transmission is probably pretty similar to what the Tercel is. I don't know that's the same one, but it you know, actually it's definitely not the same. This is in a different spot. Yeah, the engine's out. All right. It's had better days, yeah. Corolla engine. Yeah, I think it might be. Is it? Did they use this one in the Corollas? I know the Corollas, some of them were slightly bigger than the Tercels. Were the Corollas 1.6 liters? Yeah, 09 is a ways away. This is an 1988. You'd love to see a superbike engine in it? Yeah. That would be cool. You know what I need now is an engine stand. I can go get the one I had the Tercel engine on. All right. I will be right back with an engine stand. I still have 46% battery on my phone, so you're still gonna have to keep watching the stream for a little bit. All right, let me go get an engine stand. If you watch the Toyota Tercel series, you should recognize this engine stand. We're gonna be using the same one for this car. We need to transfer it over now. And the best way to do that, I have yet to find out. I need something to like have an intermission with these streams. I need like if I want to take a break, we need to like have like a Wii Sports bowling game or something. I gotta set that up for future streams. We got way more stuff done today, and there's less people watching it. They're missing out. Everyone's missing out. GG, thank you. Sure, why not? It was. All right. Going back in is more difficult, by the way. Yeah, possibly. I think the Tercel, I found it easier to put it back in just because I knew where everything was a little bit better by that point. On this one, we'll have to find out. I started checking your channel out with the Tercel project. Yes, that was the practice for this project. So that car, I basically rebuilt it twice. I did it once, and then realized that I didn't clean out the oil drain holes in the pistons, so I did it again. But I only took the engine out of the car once. Okay, let's take the bolts off the transmission. I would love for this to be more out in the open. I'm gonna try to push it over here. There we go. If nothing else, you are persistent. 20 people may not sound good, but I've seen channels with 10 times the subs and nowhere near 10 times the viewers. That's fair. Where's my phone? I have a question for everyone. Would you find DIY electronics design stream interesting? I want to design a crossover for a large subwoofer system. I want to build my own filters and stuff. Would you guys find that interesting? I might stream that as well. Possibly. And that'll be in that'll be on the ScuffedBits set with the proper everything set up. OmniSilo says they'd find that interesting. I would love to learn the whole process of doing that. Yeah, so what I have is I have large PA, like big, it's dual 15-inch subwoofers. It weighs like 90 pounds. I have 2 of those. And then PA speakers. But there's no, right now it just, the amplifier plugs into the subwoofer and there's no way to cut out the high frequencies. I need to build a filter so that it filters out the high frequencies and only sends the subwoofer the low frequencies. So I want to design a circuit to do that and build it. And then build it into an actual thing. Like a piece of rack mount audio equipment, because the amplifiers are already rack mount. No tech for me. Bob, no fun. You can skip out on that stream. Yeah, Bob's no fun. All right, where are we starting with this transmission? We got bolts here. Low pass filter, yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Well, there's our workpiece. Yes, John, it's true. Bob agrees. We need to take out these bolts. That one, and maybe more? Definitely more. This bolt needs to come out. That bolt needs to come out. Several bolts need to come out. This one's the easiest to get to, so I'm gonna take out this little one first. And now this bracket is out of the way. I'll leave this bolt in here for me to find later. Number one, that was holding the engine to the transmission. I think we got a couple more of those. Okay, that's a bigger one. I'm thinking the starter motor might have to come off as well. I'll go around to that side. So the starter motor is held on with what? This? I think that would be the case. The starter motor is now detached. There's dust coming out of this. It's like, I don't know how great of condition this is in. I mean, look at that. There's just so much coming out of it. I might want to get a new one of those, I'm thinking. I had to do it on the Tercel. I guess we'll probably have to do one on here too. It looks toasted. Believe it or not, it was working just fine. That starter motor did work. When gearbox comes off, engine might tip over. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll be careful. What bolts are left? That's not a problem. I think it's just these two. I think it's just that one and that one. It seems that way at least. Let me get a bigger socket. The coolant's still raining down out of that thing. It's really annoying. I'm missing the other socket. Ah, it's on the clean table. All right, these are the bolts we're looking at taking out. That's not the right size. Okay, smaller than a 19. It's smaller than a 19 and bigger than a 14. probably 17. Yeah. Whatever this is just fell off of something. Oh, I know what that is. That came off of the shifter linkages. I gotta put that back. We'll have to remember that. Okay, there we go. And there's one more of those, but I'll need a shallow socket and something to get around that corner. I'll find those. Oh, I got coolant on my shorts. This is not going well. This came off of here. Please go back in. There. That engine hoist back up for safety. Hook it back up for safety, I will. Dissimilar metals and old cast aluminum equals corrosion, yeah. Spend more time looking for sockets, yep. All right, let's look for some more sockets. I'm gonna go find a shallow one of these. Oh, the sockets were already on the table, but I also need this. And I need this socket. This is what we needed. It's not working. Yeah, that doesn't really want to come out, does it? Maybe I'll get breaker bar, because that'll go in on an angle. Okay, maybe not. There we go. Now that's broken loose. I wonder if we can spin it with this now. Now the socket's stuck in there. Oh, I can't get that out. There it is. That and the bolt. There it is. Okay, I'm going to take Derek 2928's advice. We're gonna hook the engine crane back up to that so it doesn't fall over, and then we will pull the transmission off. Thanks, Omni Silo. We're doing good. Okay, now you guys gotta line me up with the hook. Right there. A little bit lower. Okay, we're not trying to like actually lift anything by this. We're just trying to get the weight. We're trying to make it so it's impossible for the engine to fall over and fall off of this cart it's on. And I think we're doing a decent job of that currently. Pull trans straight back so as to not bend shaft. Yes, we will attempt to do so. Assuming all the bolts are out of it. I don't know that that's true. In fact, I'm thinking that that's not true. There's no bolts over here. There's no bolts over here. No, we're thoroughly out of bolts. Unless this plate has to come with it, but I don't think it does. Can I stick a pry bar in here? Oh yeah, it's gonna come off. Do a little bit on each side. It's so close to just coming off. How do we get this off? There's nothing else holding it, right? There's gotta be something holding it. Maybe. There's a bolt right above the tire. That's going between the plate and the transmission. Do I need the plate to go with the transmission? I thought it could stay with the engine. You know what? I'm going to take them out anyway. I will listen to your advice. I will take those out. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to take them out. As soon as I know what size they are. And as soon as I know where the socket for it went. Where did the socket go? I lost it. It's actually just like gone. I just used it. I'm losing my mind. Where did the socket go? No, that thing is gone. Oh, found it. Got it. I found it. Everything's fine. Okay. I'm trying to take out this bolt here. There's one. There's another one right here. Okay, that one didn't come out. But why? I don't think I can get this in there without that on it. Okay, tell me how I did this. What did I do? This won't come off now. Hello? What did I do? That's really stuck. Oh, got it. Okay. That bolt right there. That one is out. On to the other side. Don't strip it. No, I won't. We're fine. We're all good. Thanks, Bob. That was it. All that did is take this off. We definitely did not need to do any of that. All right. Okay, let's continue with separating this then. I think we're getting there. I need to lift it up more. Who scuffed this bit? No, nothing scuffed. Everything that's happening here is just fine. Everything is completely fine. I'm just gonna lift this up a little bit. Oh, it's gonna fall over. Oh no. There we are. I need to get at it from the bottom, but I can't get to the bottom. Like, this side is off. This side is not off. I'd like to not lose it off the side of this cart as well. Accident, who do we contact, or do we just watch you suffer? We're not gonna have any problems. I'm not gonna drop the engine on myself. Don't even worry about it. I would like the whole thing to not, like, I want the whole thing to move into the middle. It's hanging off this edge currently. How to accomplish that, I've not yet figured out. doesn't want to move. In fact, every time I move it, it comes farther this way somehow. Because when I started, these bars were here, and there's no way it was this close. Oh, that kind of worked. You see, it's digging into this. There we go. Now it's moving. Kind of. That's a little bit better. The whole setup looks so sketchy. It's not that bad. They can get sticky. Yeah, you're talking about the plate. Yeah. Lifting it's messing me up, you think? Let's lower back down then. It's in a better spot now. That doesn't really help me get the transmission off. This just came off. You think lift the transmission with a ratchet strap? That could work. I did that on the Tercel when I did that one. That could be a good idea. Let's reorient everything. All right, if it's this way, now I can lift the transmission up a little bit. Let me just move everything and I will get a ratchet strap. No, the motor like a sling. Okay, well, we can try either, but I think lifting up the transmission a little bit might help. That's not gonna work. Okay, this is very much not going to work the way I'm doing it. I just want to get some weight off the shaft through the transmission. So I think my problem is that I'm trying to hold the whole thing up with that. So now the transmission is lifted up a tiny bit. Now can it pry off easier? I mean, it's moving more. I think it is moving more. It's moving a little bit. You see, we got a pretty big gap on one side. This is opened up. Like, there's a gap on this side now. Actually, pretty much all the way through there's a gap. Like, we are making progress. Just doesn't want to come out. All right, this is not even connected to the engine anymore. Maybe I need to pry on both sides at the same time. What is holding this on? I swear there's like an actual fastener holding it on, because look at this. The plate is right up against the engine here, and yet, like, what would be holding that there? Like, there's something holding that to right there. I don't understand. So I guess that needs to go with the engine side then. Wait, aren't you the guy that does Proxmox stuff? I'm never going to escape that, am I? I make one Proxmox video, it does pretty well, so I make a second Proxmox video, and all of a sudden I'm the guy that makes Proxmox videos. I have more videos about the Tercel than I ever made with Proxmox. Also, cool car, thank you, on the internet. Hey man, pretty sure there's a bracket underneath. What do you mean? Where? What are we talking about? Bracket? Where is bracket? Bracket? I see no such thing. All I see is a big gap. And I don't know why it doesn't come off farther. Like, here's the other side. You can see straight through the whole thing. And there's nothing down here. Will the gearbox rotate a little? That's a good question. You mean like try and turn it this way? I mean, a little bit, not a lot. What if you turn the engine over, see if that will free it up? Turn the engine over, like, from this side. I could try. I could try that. I feel like it's so close. Like, it's just... what is holding it on? I don't know. The Tercel one came off way easier than this. Try taking the strap off now. There's no weight on it. There's a little bit on it. The Tercel one came off so easy. Oh, hold on. You know what it is? It's this coolant line. It's this. It's this right here. I think that's the reason it doesn't come off. I think this is the problem. I don't know how I didn't see this. I was so focused on prying it, and the whole time there was things going between the transmission and the engine. Okay. Break this free. Okay, that's off. Does it just come off now? Yeah. That was it. That coolant line was holding the whole thing on, apparently. Engine is off the transmission. That is an incredible pipe clamp. This was holding the entire everything. That's the only reason it wouldn't come apart. I don't know how it took me that long to see that. Yeah, that was it. Fancy's a pro, that's just how it goes, yeah. Haha, well, something had to go wonky. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks, John. That was rough, but it's done. Good job. How long was I messing with that for? I feel like it's been a while. We're up to 2 hours on the stream. I'm also sweating now. It's hot in here. That was rough. The hose. I was completely blind to the hose because I was so focused on what else that could have been on there. Get a gold star for that? Thanks, Bob. I needed my gold star after that. All right, we're this close. This close. I get to end stream when the engine's on an engine stand. That's the goal for today. We're still got the issue of the transmission is really close to the edge of the cart. I would like to get them more in the middle. Well, to be fair, I couldn't tell if the plate was one big piece. Yeah, I couldn't either. That's why I took the bottom off, and it turned out it was not one big piece. Okay, we are concerning ourselves with this part right now. This is the clutch. Yeah. So I guess we'll take out these bolts. I'm assuming we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are pretty small. Let me find the air gun again. Okay, the bolts are even smaller than this. The bolts are bigger than that. The bolts are 12 millimeter. No, yes they are, but that socket's too big. The bolts are 12 millimeter, but we need a smaller socket and possibly an adapter. Do we have an adapter? This is what I need. Is this the right bolts to be taking out? I hope so. I really hope so. There's the clutch disc. It looks pretty similar to the one I took out of the Tercel. It's fairly worn, not completely. Yeah, there's the clutch disc. Oh, and we got lots of dust coming out of there. The tranny is light enough to lift, but the engine, don't even try, trust me. Yeah, that's a very good point. I dropped a bunch of bolts on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. 6 bolts. Out of the clutch. Now we have this little tiny spiral of bolts right in the middle here. And these are bigger. Bigger than 13. They are 14 millimeter bolts. And those ones are very tight. Will I get those out? Maybe. Okay, those aren't moving even slightly. Did not even slightly move. No. Okay, different solution for that. Thanks, MJ. We did it. The engine's out, transmission is separated. We're just trying to put it on an engine stand right now. All right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Torch. We'll try that later. I don't think we need that quite yet. Oh, this is a problem. The engine's gonna turn. Well, that's kind of a problem. So maybe we just need more air pressure. I'm gonna turn the compressor on. I'll let those build up some more air pressure and hopefully that'll take them off. Ratchet strap on the front pulleys so it doesn't turn over. That's a good idea too. I don't know about a ratchet strap, but we need to jam it up so it can't spin. Another thing we can try is the electric impact. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I'll grab it and see if it does it. Screwdriver on teeth through a hole? Yeah, we might have to try that. Oh! Look at that! We got it! There they are. Yeah, I think the air one would have done it, but we were very low on air pressure because I turned the compressors off so I wouldn't have to listen to them. One of them just went off, the other one's gonna take a bit longer. But I think the air gun was the one that got the CV axle nuts out. I don't know. This one worked better for this job, so we got the things out that we needed to. Maybe those are 10 millimeter. I'm just still waiting for the air compressor to turn off. This plate is also going to be in the way of the engine stand. That one is gone. And here's what we got to mount to it. All right, I'm turning the compressor off. That is way too loud. I can hear again. This is incredible. All right, I'm having some water. Then we're gonna get the mount for the engine stand on the engine. And that's the last thing we need to do. We're so close. We're very close. We've only been at this 2 hours. Yesterday's stream was 3 hours. We're actually making better progress much faster today. Back to phone camera. Okay. So this needs to line up with the bolt holes here. And hopefully we can bolt these two up here, like that. And then these ones down here. So like that, that. You get the idea. Let's find some bolts. I'm not sure which ones of these came out of this part. But that's not long enough. This would be long enough, but I doubt that thread's in there. Does it? Oh, it totally does. No, it doesn't. Which of these threads into there? This would. Right? Yeah, that thread's into there. This is one of them. That will also thread into there. Actually, that one goes in easier. Is this the wrong kind of bolt? Are these the same or different? I think they're the same. Why does this one go in so much easier? I don't know. All right. Anyways, let's continue. There must be more bolts around here somewhere. There's a lot less of us tonight, so you're not as distracted. Yeah, there's only 16 people watching right now. Yesterday we were at like 30, I think. I find that interesting because so much more actual progress has been made today, but I haven't been spending as much time talking to the chat. Your day twos do seem to go quicker. Yeah, it's because day one, I find all of the problems and then I fix them off camera, and then day two, I do the easy parts. That's what seems to happen. Because I ended the stream yesterday. Hershey, how did you type yo yo yo, but in the YouTube chat it shows up as just 3 lines? How does that work? Is that a YouTube thing? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, day 2 seem to go quicker. I don't have enough bolts to put this on. Let's find more bolts. No clue, lol. Okay, cool, I guess. That's interesting. That was the wrong camera. So is this long enough to where I can just put this bolt through there? It's not. How am I gonna do this? Like, that's too long. I don't know that that's gonna work. So these bolts aren't gonna make it through there. And these bolts are gonna go too far through and go too far into the block. Stack of washers. I had to buy new bolts when I did this just to put on the engine stand. We're gonna try to avoid that. I think I might... I did this on the Tercel engine by using different the metal parts, but I gotta find them. That's the one thing. I gotta find where I put those. Possibly they're in this box. I'm getting everything oily. Gotta take my gloves off. This is all of the Tercel parts. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I use these. Different metal pieces that I could put shorter parts here. You look like I do when I work on cars. You get more grease and grime on you than the engine. You actually, yeah. I don't know how that happens. It just seems to. Okay. I only have 3 of these. Did I only have 3, or is the other one... Where's the other one? Oh, yeah. I still have the bag of valves out of the other car. Okay, I guess we're gonna see where we get with these 3. My hands are still dirty. I would like that to not be the case. Okay. Let's see what we can do with these. We're still gonna need bolts. The shorter ones. So these guys. And put it like this. Like that. And then thread that into there. Okay, that can work. And then this one, like this. I think one of the sides of this has bigger holes on it. I need to make sure that those fit these. Okay, this one goes this way. Even that though, this bolt's still too long, I think. Why did this one work? All right, hopefully we can figure it out. These go in there and then goes on to this plate. Yeah, that's what we want. Now we just need to get something working for the bottom. What exactly that will be, I don't know. That doesn't work. Does this work? That does work. And that would fit through here. Can I do this? Is that stupid to have one go on the other side? It's probably stupid, but I think I could probably do it anyway? Like, is that a problem? Like, can I do that? Will that work? I feel like that's not the intended way to do this, but I also think it will probably work. I'll probably also want to lift this up a bit. Something like that. I think that'll probably work. You should have a tub of fast orange on deck. What is fast orange? Are you going to take this car to a race day, week, or something? I mean, I'm not ruling that out. That would be cool. Nothing like a good old mechanic's manicure. Yeah. I'm out of bolts that thread into this. Okay, this is a big bolt. Maybe this one will work. We got this one. Okay, that might actually work. Okay, progress. You see, the problem with this is gonna be that the actual stand is gonna hit these, I think. I think that's why we can't put them on this side. That is probably going to be a problem. You know, maybe I can get one more of the small ones. Because these bolts can just go right through there. Why does this not fit? That's probably fine. I can do that. That's what we want right there. Let's just tighten all of this up like that. Fast Orange is a brand of hand cleaner degreaser. Yeah, that would be good. I could definitely use that. It's because I took my gloves off to drink the water. The gloves are sitting right here. I took the gloves off to drink the water and I never put them back on. I do this every time. It's actually really annoying. Please tell me that this music is still... Yeah, this is still fine. Okay, we're still playing royalty-free music. We're good. Gojo is another brand. I have not heard of that either. Does this fit these? Yes, it does. That's as far as it goes. That's not gonna work. That's as far as I can put that bolt in. Because the threads stop there. Threads only go that far, which means that stops right there. I need something to take up that space. Maybe maybe I'll find something. Like a nut that could just go on there. Or washers. Oh, I don't know what this is for or if it's needed for something else, but I did find something and it might just work. What if I did this? That might just be enough. I think we got it. Let me straighten it out and make sure it's actually on there good. That's good. Okay, these ones. That's good. That's good. This one's the problem, but I don't have anything good to do over here. I know that what's happening here is bad, and I just don't have a better solution for it. I don't know what to think about this. I can't. Well, at least then I'd get it to do something. If I could do that. I mean, that might work, assuming that there's no clearance issues with this hitting the stand, which I'm already pretty sure there is going to be problems with that. The rest of it is good. I just need to tighten up these, and then we can try and get it on there. Nintendo would probably sue if we had the Wii OST. They don't care. Nah, as long as not Mario, they don't care. I have no idea. I would like that kind of music. but we're sticking with the Stream Beats by Harris Heller for now. Everything's tight. Now it needs to go up a little bit. How are we gonna lift this thing? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work. Oh, wait. Okay. So I just need to get the other side to come up. Somehow. Alright, I'm gonna put the engine hoist over here. With the engine hoist, yeah. Bringus streams the Wii music all the time on YouTube, yeah. I bet he does. Now I need a chain. Maybe this? Okay, that is not going to work like that. Maybe a bigger chain so I can fit it on that hook. I think what I'm doing right now is not working. In fact, I think it's not going to work. How else can I do this? I just need to get something around that. But still be able to hook it on. you guys can't see right now. I'll be there very shortly. I'm learning that I don't know how chains work. That is all I'm learning right now. You need mounting points, one on each end to balance it? Yeah. I wasn't being serious, just referencing their litigious nature. What are you talking about? Nintendo would probably sue? Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I want to use the ratchet strap. Alright, the plan is to put the ratchet strap around the engine. One here and one... So one here and one farther up. And that way I can adjust the level of it by tightening or loosening one of the ratchet straps. Okay, not like that. We want it like this. All right, there's step one. Let me make it so you can actually see this. Now I should probably put a second one on here. To lift this side. Maybe we can just teeter it in there? No, it's gonna fall over if I do that. It's definitely gonna fall over if I do that. All right, let's get a second strap. That engine stand reminds me of something I was thinking about the last time I put a wall mount TV bracket together. They're made of thick bars, huge bolts, and other hardware. The setup is to hook in the middle with a chain mounted across the engine. That sounds complicated. I'm just gonna use a strap. We don't need to do things the correct way here. But when you work it out, you'll realize the full weight is on a little lip of folded metal or a couple small screws in tension. Perhaps. All right, now we go up on the back. And we make sure it doesn't fall over. So far, so good. Now we go up on the whole thing. Okay, more up on the back. There's coolant pouring out of it again. I really wish that would stop at some point. All right, we're in. I gotta figure out how to put the bar in. We're on the engine stand though. I think you got it. Easy does it. Yeah, we got it. We're good. I just need to get it rotated. This side's got to come up. Okay. How does this happen? Oh, it's a pin. It's not the bar that holds it. There's a pin. Where is the pin? That was stupid. You need coolant. I'm not... Okay. Yeah, we do need coolant, but not right now. Where is the pin? Here it is. Down. We go down now. It's on the stand. Okay. So far, so good. This is it. Where I'm gonna move the cart out of the way. And we're gonna be free. Ignore everything that just fell on the floor. Just don't even worry about everything that just fell on the floor. It's on an engine stand. Look at that. We did it. This is very substantial progress. When we started this stream 2 hours and 48 minutes ago, that engine was in the car still, and now it's sitting on this engine stand. Congrats, man. Thanks, OSX, man. We did it. That's like the main thing that I wanted to happen today, and it's done. You're doing good work. Thanks, MJ. Thanks, what is that name? Stephen Hollandkov 4737. Thank you anyway, whatever your name is. We got it. MJ, I'm surprised you're still watching. I'm pretty damn impressed. Nice work. Thanks, Zach looking 3656. Thanks, Gotcha 671. We did it. I'm pretty happy. What do we do now? We gotta clean stuff up. No, I gotta end stream and I gotta clean stuff up. I'm not making you guys watch that. There's so much coolant on the ground. I really wish more of that had come out before I started this. Nice work. Thanks for setting up the stream for this. Thanks, John. Thank you. There's the 4A GE. GE. I guess this is fine. It's probably fine. This is weird. It's probably fine. These ones seem all good. You know what? The problem is gonna be, you can't rotate it. If I try and rotate it right now, this bolt is gonna hit the stand. So it can only be upright for now. But I'll worry about that later. I'm gonna do a lot of weight reduction. The intake is gonna come off. The exhaust is gonna come off. It'll be a lot lighter then. And by the time I actually need to flip it, I will find a better solution for this. You need some sawdust on hand. It'll be good to absorb the coolant and other fluids. Yeah. There's usually some around here, but not right now. I probably should end stream and start cleaning stuff up, though. That's probably my best course of action right now. Thank you for showing up, everyone. It's been a very good stream. Have you been recording the individual cameras to make full videos from the streams? Yes. I'm using a plugin for OBS called Source Record, and it should be locally recording this camera, this video feed, and the phone camera as individual files. And I'm also recording the stream this time. I always forget to start that, but I am actually doing it today. So in theory, if I go to my folder, we've got, this is yesterday's stream. We have the HDMI, so that's that camera, and we have phone, which is the phone camera. So anything the phone looked at, even when I wasn't on that screen, should have it all. Yeah. Golf clap, good job. Thanks, Meteor of Snowflakes. Yeah. Love OBS. Yeah, you have to love OBS. It's so cool that you can just be live streaming and have the exact same software automatically record multiple cameras, and everything's composited in one piece of software, and it does transitions. It's so good. Been a nice break watching someone else work on their project. Time to get back to working on my own. Yeah. What's your project? Glad to see you making good progress. And best of all is no calls to 911. We didn't drop anything. We didn't even, like, it went very smoothly. And it's only been 3 hours. The engine was in the car 3 hours ago. It's not bad. Yeah, I have 0 injuries from this. Like, not even like a cut. As good as when I started, except dirtier. That's the only thing that's happened to me. I'm also out of water. All right, thank you everyone for showing up. I think this is where we end stream. I'm going to take off my microphone and say goodbye. I'm working on fixing up a 2002 Mazda Protege. That's cool. When's the next stream? That's a great question. I don't know. What is the next stream? Is the next stream taking the engine apart and doing a autopsy diagnosis? Because that could happen pretty soon. That could be like in the next couple days. You'll have to see when I schedule it for. I usually try to schedule them at least half an hour to 8 hours, somewhere in there before I start. Rebuild stream? Yes. Rebuild will be streamed, probably, hopefully, but that's going to require waiting for parts to get here. I don't have any of the parts right now. We can definitely do like a diagnosis. We'll tear it apart and see what it looks like, though. think that would be good. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna end stream now. My phone is probably... Oh, look at that. We just got the engine out. We got 5% battery left. We were this close to the camera dying. You want to see the internals? Okay, come back for next stream then. We'll do a autopsy. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm gonna press the end stream button right now. Again, this is stream number 2 on the new streaming setup with the desk with 0 dropped frames. 0 in OBS. That's very nice. Bye MJ, bye Ghosty, bye John, bye Melter of Snowflakes, bye Steven Hollenkov, bye Ghosty. Okay, end stream. Bye. Good.